In the Third Colombo War, family soldier Joe Campanella took on the greatly feared gangster Greg Scarpa. Let's check it out. I'm James Gladwish and welcome to OC Shorts, bringing you detailed historical snapshots of the American Mafia and other organised crime. Feel free to subscribe if you like that sort of thing. Today, we are going to take a quick look at Joe Campanella. In 2003, Joseph Joe Campanella became a government informant after he survived a mob hit by his former mob colleagues. As I've covered in a previous video, Campanella was born in Brooklyn, New York and grew up in Bensonhurst. He would state that he was proposed for membership into the Colombo Crime Family in 1989 and was sponsored into the family by William Wild Bill Cutolo, who would become his captain. In 1991, the Colombo Crime Family became involved in a bloody civil war. One faction supporting imprisoned official family boss Carmine Perisco, and the other supporting the family's acting boss Vic Orena. Family captain Bill Cutolo and his crew were in the Orena faction. During the war, Colombo soldier Joe Campanella would serve as one of Captain Wild Bill Cutolo's bodyguards. Joe Campanella would recall in his testimony, Question: What were your responsibilities during the Colombo War? Campanella: It was to serve for Bill as a bodyguard. Question: Did you? Campanella: Yes. Question: Did other people serve as Wild Bill's bodyguard during the Colombo War? Campanella: Yes. Question: Who were some of those people? Campanella: Michael Spataro, Vincent DeMartino, my brother Frank, Joe Gass, Frankie Notch, Jojo Russo, maybe about another 4 or 5 other guys. Black Dom. As we can see from Joe Campanella's testimony, other mobsters who were either made men or associates also served as William Cutolo's bodyguards. These included the likes of Mikey Spats Spataro, Vincent Chicky DeMartino, Frankie Notch Iannaci, and Dominic Black Dom Dionisio, amongst others. Colombo soldier Joe Campanella would then go on to discuss some of the violence that occurred during the Colombo family civil war. His testimony states, Question: Did violence occur during the war? Campanella: Yes. Question: Did you commit violence? Campanella: Yes. Question: Did people die in the war? Campanella: Yes. Question: Who? Campanella: I'd say about 12 men. Question: On which side? Campanella: On both sides. Campanella then detailed his attempt to kill the greatly feared mobster Greg the Grim Reaper Scarpa, who was a Carmine Perisco loyalist. The testimony states, Question: Did you try to kill anyone during the war? Campanella: Yes. Question: Who? Campanella: Gregory Scarpa. Question: Gregory Scarpa? Campanella: Yes. Question: What, if any, position did Gregory Scarpa have in the Colombo family when you tried to kill him? Campanella: He was a soldier. Question: Why did you try to kill him? Campanella: I was told to. Question: By who? Campanella: By Bill Cutolo. Question: When? Campanella: Right after the attempt on Vic Orena. Question: Who was to participate in the murder of Gregory Scarpa? Campanella: There was myself, there was Vince DeMartino, Mike Spataro, Frankie Notch, Gabe Shiana. And I'm not sure of exactly one of the gentlemen. I believe his name was Joe Tolino. I'm not sure of his exact last name. Question: Did you in fact try to kill Gregory Scarpa? Campanella: Yes. Question: How did you go about trying to kill him? Campanella: We waited for him to come out of his house one morning and we pulled up with a stolen van. and we was just going to jump out as he got into his car, leaving his house. We were just going to shoot at him, kill him. Question: did people have guns when you went to try and shoot him? Campanella: yes. Question: did you have a gun? Campanella: yes. Question: what happened? Campanella: as one of my friends jumped out of the van, Frankie Notch, his gun went off by accident, and Greg knew he was going to get killed, and he jumped into his car and drove away with a couple of his guys, so the plan was foiled. Question: did you in fact kill Gregory Scarpa? Campanella: no. Question: did Wild Bill tell you why you were supposed to try to kill Gregory Scarpa? Campanella: yes. Question: why? Campanella: he told us it was family business. The hit attempt on Greg Scarpa that Joe Campanella discussed was later described in detail by Greg Scarpa's daughter Linda, who was right there when the failed mob hit went down. Linda Scarpa would state, "When I backed out, I cut the van off," she writes in her new memoir, The Mafia Hitman's Daughter. "It almost slammed into me. I yelled a few choice words and started driving again. At the end of the street, a truck had blocked the intersection. She pulled up behind her father, and the van stopped behind them. Not realizing the danger, she looked down to check on her 8-month-old son. All of a sudden, I heard popping noises that sounded just like fireworks. I looked up, and there were these guys dressed from head to toe in black. Their faces were covered in black ski masks, and they were carrying these long black guns with silencers. They surrounded our cars and started shooting at my father's car. As soon as the first shots rang out, I saw my father go down. She wanted to place her child on the floor, but was too afraid to move. I was only 22 years old. The fear was paralyzing. It was like I was outside my body, watching everything that was going on around me. I noticed this one guy with a walkie-talkie standing on the sidewalk, watching these guys shooting at my father's car, as if he was directing a movie. A friend of her father's, Joseph Joe Fish Mara, jumped out of his car and returned fire. One of the guys started shooting back at Joe, and I saw the wind from the bullet whiz right through his hair. He just missed getting his head blown up. I read his lips. He said, "Holy shit." He jumped back in the car. The guy he was shooting at panicked. His automatic gun was spraying bullets everywhere. He even shot into my car. By now, my father's entire car looked like Swiss cheese. Scarpa's car took off, wedging through the space between the stop sign and the truck. I was left there on the road, the baby and I, with the van, the truck, and all these guys dressed in black. My heart was in my mouth. I knew I was going to die right then. Then the guy whose gun was spraying the bullets, I'll never forget him because he had the bluest eyes, came running over to my car. He looked into the car, then turned and ran away. Linda raced back to the house and, assuming the worst, told her mother, Big Linda Shiro, that Greg Scarpa was dead. Then Scarpa himself walked through the door. He was pale as a ghost. He saw me and the baby, and he just started to cry. He grabbed my son and hugged him. Then he looked at me. "You saved my life. You realize that, right?" "Don't worry," he added. "Everything's okay. I'm going to take care of this." He turned to Linda's mother and said, "They're all fucking dead. They're going to fucking die, starting tonight." In his testimony, Joe Campanella would then go on to discuss how he and others in Bill Cutolo's crew tried to take out some of Greg Scarpa's men in the Colombo War. The testimony states, Question: did you try to murder anyone in Gregory Scarpa's crew during the Colombo War? Campanella: yes. Question: who? Campanella: I don't know the exact names. It was 2 or 3 of Greg's guys. And then there was another incident. Question: the incident regarding the 2 or 3 of Greg's guys? Who, if anyone, went with you to kill them? Campanella: it was basically the same hit people. Myself, Vincent DeMartino, Mike Spataro, Gabe Shana, Joey Tolino, and Frankie Notch. Question. When you tried to kill those 2 or 3 guys, did you have a gun? Campanella. Yes. Question. Where did you try to kill them? Campanella. It was in Brooklyn. I don't even remember the exact street. Question. What happened? Campanella. It was Ralph Apache's daughter's basement house, and we were waiting for him to come down the block. Joey's gun, Joey Tolino's gun, started to go off in the basement by accident, so we just cancelled it. Question. Did you ever try to shoot anybody else during the Colombo War? Campanella. Yes. Question. Who? Campanella. Ronald Calvo. Question. Where? Campanella. On 86th Street and 21st Avenue in Brooklyn. Question. Was that near any location? Campanella. It was across the street from Bruno's haircutting. Question. Is that the same Bruno's haircutting you talked about earlier, getting a haircut with Wild Bill? Campanella. Yes. Question. Who was with you when you tried to shoot someone near Bruno's? Campanella. Maybe about 15 guys. Question. When? Campanella. When we were taking Billy to get a haircut. Question. What year? Campanella. That was approximately 1991. Question. Did you shoot at someone? Campanella. Yes. Question. Did you hit him? Campanella. Yes. Question. Did he live? Campanella. Yes. Question. Did you plead guilty to trying to kill that person? Campanella. Yes. Question. At the time you came in to cooperate with the federal government, had you been charged with trying to kill that person outside Bruno's? Campanella. No. Question. Why did you plead guilty to trying to kill him, if you hadn't been charged with it? Campanella. I told the government about all of my crimes. That was my agreement. The Colombo family's civil war ended in 1993, not long after the murder of Orena faction member Joey Scopo. Many members of the Colombo crime family from both factions became incarcerated, including Vic Orena. The Third Colombo Family War, from 1991 to 1993, is often considered the last open conflict in mob history, where mobsters were brazenly gunned down in the streets, while civilians went about their business. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts on the topic covered in this video. I hope you found that interesting. Thanks for watching.